Alright, it's the White Tiger Knight, and this is the Rock River Arms 2-stage National Match trigger install on the 308 AR build. This is it fits, it's an AR-15 style trigger, and it uses the LR308, and this style lower uses a .154 pin. So these are the KNS anti-rotate trigger pin, and it's again the small, the .154. You might be able to fit oversized .155, I think, or they make a little bit oversized pins for this, but I think these work alright. So again, as you see, you're going to have to get it underneath the safety if your safety is already installed. You have to get the pin, the trigger underneath that safety piece, but my safety isn't installed at this moment, so it's a lot easier, just drop straight down. So go ahead and drop the trigger piece straight down in and line it up with the rear trigger pin hole. And because these aren't roll pins, it's pretty easy to push in, and it comes with a little brass kind of follower piece that you can screw on the top of the rear pin. So you just go ahead and screw that on there, and it helps you push it through. But again, it goes in really smooth actually on this particular build. And it also helps you if you have an existing trigger installed, you can just go ahead and push out the existing pin, and then it takes its place. But as you can see, get it all straightened up, and then push the go ahead and push this pin through with this little follower piece, or this little tip on it. And as you can see here in a sec, it goes in just with simple hand force, just straight down in there. And again, you can get the oversized pins if you want it a little tighter, but these are anti-rotate and you screw them on, so I think it'll be alright. And you can just go ahead and remove this, remove the little tip there. I guess you don't really need that anymore because the other, the front pin is actually has these little flanges on it, little wings, little notches that the anti-rotate pieces fit on. So it's a little tougher getting this the next pin in here and this the hammer piece. But just go ahead and drop it in. Again, you kind of have to watch how I'm putting the spring in. For the orientation of the spring, you kind of press down on it. As you see, it rests on that the rear pin, and you just press down on it, and you have to line it up. And it's a little tougher. It's a lot easier said than done, but just with a little bit of work, you can get it all lined up and push the pin through. Again, this Rock River Arms hammer has a little bit of, and on the inside it has a little kind of a catch on the hammer piece that corresponds with a notch in the pin, and you have to get it through there. And because these KNS anti-rotate pins have that little piece on the tip of it that locks in, it makes it a little tough getting it through there. But again, you just go ahead and push it through and get it past that little detent or whatever you want to call it in the hammer, and get it all the way through. And I got it through, so it's not hard. You can get a little piece, a little Allen key or something to hold the hammer in place while you're pushing the pin through, and it makes it easier. And if you actually go ahead and lock the hammer back, getting it through that last part will be a little easier. So make sure it functions correctly. Everything's looking good, and you can lock it back and release it. Don't let it slam home on the receiver, because that's bad for it. But again, it's pretty easy, pretty simple stuff. Again, kind of getting away from the roll pins here is just so smooth and simple getting these things in. You don't really have to use hammers and banging on your receiver. So again, this is just me sitting on the floor with my hands doing this. It's pretty simple stuff. So as you can see, it's functioning flawlessly and pretty good. So that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple. Now for the KNS anti-rotate pins, as you can see, it's got a little notch here that corresponds with that little piece on the end of the pin. Just go ahead and place it there and rotate it down in to position, and then you can go ahead and screw it on with the attached screw pieces that come with it. As you can see, this the screw actually comes with some blue Loctite on it, so that's pretty fortunate and pretty good. So just go ahead and tighten it in there. You'll see that in a second. You have to do it kind of simultaneously on both sides, but you can get it set in there and hold it in. And then again, go back on this side and just line the notches up, and set it down in. And you place the screw on it, and it comes with 2 Allen keys that allow you to tighten it simultaneously. So it's pretty simple and easy stuff, and I think this is kind of a good kind of insurance policy, especially if your pins are loose. You don't want them walking out on you. So again, as you see here, you just go simultaneously rotate and tighten it down. Want to tighten it down evenly on each side. And once you get that tightened down snug, should be good to go. And as you can see, it looks pretty slick, and I think it just gives you the added benefit of insurance. So as you can see, this Rock River Arms trigger from Brownells came a little roughed up on the hammer piece. I think it might be slightly used. I'm going to call them about it. But again, stay tuned for updates. I think it installed well. Hopefully it functions good. Peace out.